I'm so sad. I think this is when shit hits the fan.
I honestly can't remember what they're doing right now.
The anticipation kills me. Oh my god, I'm sweating. I can't see. Lord Roberts, why? The only word to describe this book is devastating. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to another reading vlog. Today we are finally reading the Powerless trilogy. This is the first book, Powerless. I've actually read a little bit. Right now I'm on chapter 14, page 107, and it's getting pretty good. I've seen so many recommendations for the Powerless trilogy. Right now, Powerless and Reckless are the only ones out with the little novella Powerful. So we're gonna read those three, and then in like 3 months, the last and final book comes out, so I'm super excited. It's so good so far, and everyone recommending this book has great taste. I love the two main characters. Their just little banter is so fun. Without spoiling too much, they've just met. They've started their little training right now, and it's getting like super juicy. He obviously has a thing for her, and she's just very like annoyed and confused about why he's being so nice to her. So I have no idea where it's gonna go. My best guess would be it kind of follows the Hunger Games lines, but I don't know. I really don't. It's really good. I am enjoying it a lot. The characters are good, the writing is good, and I'll update with more soon. I was picking up my food. I decided to try a new restaurant for lunch. And I was picking up my food and she said, enjoy. And I said, you too. And then I turned around and said, ah! Something incredibly sad just happened, and I'm incredibly sad about it. I'm at 272. I had a feeling something like that was gonna happen, but I'm so sad. It's just so unfortunate. I just hate when the person you hate gets their way, even for like 20 seconds. Once they like feel that they've gotten the best of you, I just want to strangle them. I don't know if I should tab this or not because it's very important to the story, but I also don't want to remember that happening to that person. I feel like I should though. I'm just gonna tab it. I'm just gonna tab the last sentence because it's devastating. The fuck? I'm nervous because the final like thing is happening, and I think this is when shit hits the fan. I think this is when something bad happens. We're in the last like 70 pages of the book, last like 60 pages of the book, so this is usually when something bad happens, and I'm worried. I feel like she's gonna do something stupid.
I hate when you get to the part of the book where the female main character does something that you really don't want her to do, but it's kind of the right thing to do. Well, like in this case, it's the right thing to do. It's really gonna screw up her relationships with other people. And right now, like, I've just been so anxious about this moment and it's happening because without like saying too much, there's a betrayal. I hope that's not spoiling anything. Some shit happens and it's kind of her fault. I'm like, why did you do that, girl? But also it's kind of the right thing to do, but also it's gonna fuck up a lot of things that are happening. So I always know like the third act breakup is coming and I hate it. I always hate it. The anticipation kills me. I'm like, why can't we all just be friends? Why can't we all just communicate and be friends and everything go right? Where this one is different because it's a fantasy book and it's very high stakes, so things are different than just a normal romance book. But I knew right when she set this plan in motion, I knew I was gonna hate it, and now it's happening and I just don't know what's about to happen. So I'm just so nervous. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm so nervous. I just want them to be together. My mind is focused on the romance and I'm really liking the fantasy for sure. I love all the games and stuff. My mind is like, I just want you and him to be together and to be happy, and now I feel like you're gonna fight and it's gonna be a huge deal, and then something big just happened a few pages ago that was really sad. I just want everyone to be happy. But I am on page 457. My goal is to finish this tonight. I think there's only 494. Yeah, this book is 494 pages. I'm on page 457, so hopefully we can finish it tonight. That is my goal. Shit's about to go down. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. She's in deep trouble, and I'm scared.
This is future Rachel interrupting. I realized while I was editing this video that I didn't really say any final thoughts about Powerless. I didn't give a final rating, so I'm here to just kind of put in my final rating before we move on with the next two books. Powerless, I absolutely loved. If you can't tell by my tabs, I don't know if it's focusing, but there are lots of tabs in here. I love the two main characters. They are so fun. The trials in here were so fun. I also realized when I was editing that I didn't really explain this series, and for some I might not have to because it is very popular on BookTube, BookTok, Bookstagram, all the platforms. But just a brief rundown without giving away too much information. It's about two main characters, Peyton and Kai. Peyton is from poverty. They live in this magical world where there's ordinaries who have no powers, and then there's elites who have different kinds of powers. Everyone has a different power. There are different categories of powers. Some powers are more rare than others, and they are seen in the kingdom as like high society. They are more important than the ordinaries. The ordinaries used to live among them, but now they are banished from society. So Peyton is an ordinary living amongst all the elites, and no one knows she is an ordinary. So she is this girl living in poverty trying to play off that she has this made-up ability. Kai, on the other hand, is royalty. His father is the king. Kai has an older brother, so he's not the heir, but he's the second child of the king. So he's kind of what they call the enforcer. So when his brother takes the throne, he will be his right-hand man and kind of like bodyguard assassin type situation for whatever his brother needs. In this world, they also have purging trials similar to the Hunger Games. If you've heard people talk about that, I would say this is kind of a mix between Hunger Games and Marvel almost, because it's Hunger Games-esque with the plot, but everyone has like a power like Marvel movies do. I'm double checking to make sure that none of these are spoilers or anything that you wouldn't get from the back of the book, but basically they're showcasing the elite's powers by having all of these kids go fight head to head, and then obviously the last one standing wins. And Peyton is now going to be in the purging trials, and she's gonna have to fake her way through this entire event. So it's very interesting. I love their love story because they are so opposite. He is supposed to hate her, she is supposed to hate him. In my opinion, it's a true enemies to lovers because they cannot be together. If he finds out who she is, he has to banish or her. So I would say that's pretty high stakes, enemies to lovers. I really enjoyed this book. This was so tough for me for a final rating. I really wanted to rate it 5 stars, but the beginning was a little slow. There were times where I got a little bored. It didn't give me that 5-star feeling in my heart, but it was a very close second, so I ended up with a 4.5. This book is chef's kiss. I am really excited for the rest of the series, and especially with a new book coming out next month at the time that I'm filming this video. So that is Powerless. I will let the video continue on with the next book, Powerful. Oh, also another note. The plot of the next 2 books is the story of Adina. You will meet Adina in Powerless. Adina is Peyton's best friend. This is Adina's little story and her kind of relationship with someone she meets. And then Reckless, I don't want to say too much about because it is the second book in the series, but it's then back in Peyton and Kai's point of views. So these 2 were like the main storyline, and then this is just a separate story that's mostly about Adina and the adventures that she goes on. Now I'll go back to the video. Hi! Oh my god, this is the first time in this video that you're seeing the new setup in the background, and I'm so excited! Oh my god. I've been filming a vlog of this new space in a different video, so you'll see that. Either it's already out or it's coming out soon. I really can't remember. I'm filming like a reading vlog, and then I'm also filming other vlogs, so we'll see when this comes out, but I wanted to do an update of where I'm at with Powerful. Let me sit down for a second. I'm doing a reading journal, and all of my coloring stuff is on my chair right now, so give me a moment. Welcome. It's so cute and cozy. I love it so much. So I've already started reading Powerful. I can't remember the last time I updated you guys. I know it was about a week ago. I have not read all week because I've just been busy, but last night I read like 40 pages, and then today I read a lot on the train. So I am on page 147. I am very close to the end. I think there's 221 pages in this book, and I'm on 147, so I am almost done. This story, it's got me feeling a mix of emotions. The first 100 pages, I could care less what they were doing. It was just kind of boring to me. I don't know if boring's the right word, but it also has to do with the fact that I'm really excited to get into Reckless, which is the second book in the series, and it's just sitting on my little TBR, just waiting to be read. So part of me is just getting through this book as fast as possible so that I can start Reckless. So that might not be the best way to go about it. The first 100 pages kind of like build how this dynamic relationship starts. They're meeting each other, they're getting to know each other, they're kind of setting the terms for what they're doing in the story. And then after 100 pages, it kind of like builds, and I got interested in the story. That being said, the fact that it took me halfway through the book to get interested in the storyline is kind of like not concerning, but just something to note, I guess. Also, the relationship is moving very fast. The timeline is very confusing. I understand you can only put so much into a novella. I would love for these 2 to have their own book. I think they have enough substance there to write a full book, but I just wish that at the beginning of each chapter it told us how long it's been. Between a few chapters specifically, I was very confused what the timeline was like. I had no idea how long it had been from the last chapter, and it had gone from like them being suspicious of each other, knowing that they're both using each other for different reasons. Like they have this mutual agreement that they're gonna help each other out because they both want the same like thing. And then the next chapter they're like buddy buddy and the best of friends. So I was very confused about the timing. I just wish the top of the chapter said like 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, 4 days later, whatever it was, to kind of help me gauge how long it's been. Specifically because this takes place at the same time as the first book. I would say the last half of this book takes place at the same time as this book, and I was just very confused what the timing was. And now they're both at the games, or it's like the time frame of the games, and I'm just wondering what's happening. There's just a few things that I wish were covered more specifically, but again, you can only do so much with a novella. That being said, I do really like these characters. I didn't expect to like them at all. I kind of expected this to be a filler, cute little novella in between to give me a little more context before going into Reckless. Other than that, I think they're cute. I kind of wish they had their own book. I thought that would be very cute. Maybe, I doubt it, but maybe Lauren Roberts would go back and one day make a book for them. But I am very excited about Reckless because a lot of people have mixed reviews on this book. Two of the creators that I watch like religiously have both read this book, and they both have opposing views. Sarah and Allie both loved Powerless. I think they both rated it 5 stars, but they have very different views about Reckless. Sarah, I think she said it was like a 2.5, 3 star, maybe a 3 star, I don't remember. But I think Allie rated it a 4 or 5 star. It'll be interesting to see what I think of this book because I love both of their channels a lot. I take a lot of their recommendations and I agree with a lot of their ratings for books. That's also why I'm kind of rushing myself to get to Reckless, because I just really want to know how I feel about it. So many people say it's a filler book. So many people say that it's actually pretty good and it's not a filler book. So I'm really confused and I'm really excited to see my opinions about it. But I thought I should update because I'm probably going to finish this in the next hour or two, and then I'll probably be right back in this chair telling you my review and my thoughts before we get into Reckless.
I want to stop reading, actually. I think I want to quit. This is so rude. This is so rude of Lauren Roberts to do this. This is uncalled for. This is so heartbreaking. This is not cool. This is so not cool. I can't see.
What the fuck? Lord Roberts, why? Why? Oh my god. I need a second to breathe. Oh my god. That was devastating. Devastating. Oh my god, give me a second. Okay, I think I've calmed down. This book, the only word to describe this book is devastating. Like I said earlier, these two books take place at the same time, so I already knew the ending of this book, but the amount of detail and emotion that picked up in the last 100 pages of this book is insane. Even within the last like 50 pages. I've been holding it upside down this whole time. It's so heartbreaking. I don't know what to say without giving spoilers away, but if you know, you know. I wish we had more than just this novella. The couple is beautiful and I want all the details and all the stories. I was very excited to see Peyton and Kai again. They were mentioned a few times and I kept like giggling because this is Peyton's best friend and she was like talking to Kai. She ran into him and was talking to him about Peyton. It was really cute to hear him talk about her again and kind of get into the world again, because I read Powerless. Keep in mind, right now it's like January and I read Powerless in like August. So So this vlog is very split up. And I'm just excited to be in the world again. I'm really looking forward to Reckless, but I now have beef with Lauren Roberts for putting me through this roller coaster of emotions and feelings, and I need to go to therapy now. Lauren Roberts, I'll send you the invoice because that was ridiculous. But at least the little novella is now going to go on my bookshelf. Another book read this year, and we can officially break open Reckless. I don't know if I'm gonna be reading this today. I'll probably read a few pages today, but I'm definitely not gonna finish it today. I'm really excited to see what this is all about. I know it's about Peyton and Kai, and I think Kit. I think she puts Kit in here a lot too. I don't know if we get any of Kit's POVs though. Maybe? It's also gonna be weird reading like a full page book again because they are so different. I'm wearing black so it's not helpful to see, but like this is the difference in size. So it's so weird to like hold a full-size book again. This is my hand. It was so easy to read and just hold. Like it's such a cutie little book. And then this one is obviously like a full-size hardcover book. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm nervous because, oh, we do get a Kit point of view. It's in the back. I saw one Kit point of view. I don't know if there's more. But I am very nervous because everyone says this has a major cliffhanger at the end. And the third book doesn't come out till April, I believe. So I'm a little nervous to start this and get invested, and then to be left on a cliffhanger is frustrating. But I'm doing it to myself. I could have waited to read the series until it was completed. I didn't. That's my undoing. But I'm very excited. It says traitor, tormented, destined for each other. I like that. What was on the first one? What did the first one say? Hunted, hunter, destined for each other. Now traitor, tormented, destined for each other. And then the third one, I forgot what that one is. I'm going to go read this, try not to cry, and we'll check back in later. Books are so fun and interesting to me because you usually follow just two main characters and half the time you only get one person's point of view. But this book is dual point of view between the two main characters, and we just got a third POV from the brother who is. This is why I love books, because you could think that you understand the way things are because you get the point of view from the two main characters, but his point of view is like totally different, and I never would have thought about it that way or have known about it without his point of view and like his side of things. So this is why I like love reading so much, and why I really like when there's multiple point of views, because you get such a well-rounded story and different perspectives that you never would have thought without giving away too many spoilers. Like this is the brother, so there's two brothers and they both have very different relationships with their father. So it's interesting to hear how one's like the heir and one's like the black sheep. And it's interesting to hear their different point of views and how they view their father and how they view their brother and like the dynamics. It's very interesting. It's something that I tabbed because I was like, oh, I never would have thought about that before if he hadn't said anything about it. Anyway, I'm really liking this book. It's got kind of like a slow start. We're really building up to something important, I think. They've just kind of reconnected, and I'm really interested to see how that goes once we get into their point of view. Right now we're in the point of view of someone who's not in the main plot right now. He's like in a separate area. We were kind of left on a cliffhanger in the last chapter, and then we switched to his point of view, and then after his point of view we'll go and like figure out what's happening, because the two main characters are together right now. So we'll see, but I'm liking it so far, and I hope that there's a lot of tension and a lot of banter like the first one. I'm scared. I don't know what's about to happen, and I think it's about to get good. I hope. I really want to tell you what's happening, but I don't want to spoil it. I'm on page 180. I don't know if that's helpful. The plot is plotting, and I'm excited to see how this little twist in the story works out.
I love him so much. I love Kai. And I also love Peyton. As a girl who loves morally gray men, I love Kai. So we're gonna keep reading chapter 25, starting with Peyton's point of view, and we'll see what happens. I'm nervous. Oh, that's getting tabbed. Oh my god. I really want to share this quote with you. It is such a beautiful quote, but it also describes what's happening in the scene right now, which might be a spoiler. But just know that this book is insane. And as of right now, I don't understand anyone who doesn't like it. This is beautiful. I am eating this up. I'm eating this up for sure. I don't know the last time that I checked in. I've just been reading sporadically. Like, I haven't been sitting down and reading like 100 pages at a time. The last 2 days, I've read just like 30 pages each and not really filming it, just trying to kind of like get into the story again. Here's the thing. I'm really excited about this book, but I'm also not excited at the same time. Right now we're in, what page are we on? Right now we're on page 266. And I just don't feel super excited about the storyline right now. I can't remember the last time. I honestly can't remember what they're doing right now. Oh yeah, okay. So right now they're kind of like on a mission. They're doing something that I don't want to spoil, but I'm not super like, wow, this is crazy. We have slightly over 100 pages left, so I'm hoping that's when it really like kicks into gear, because this has been kind of like a roller coaster where some points I'm like really into it and it's really good. Obviously I have a lot of tabbed pages, so I do enjoy it. I don't know. Right now it's kind of sitting at like a 4-star. I'm not super like enthralled. I think it's good, but I think there are some parts that's just kind of like meh. I don't know how to describe it. I am super excited because I got a library card last week and I just downloaded Libby and Hoopla because my library uses both those apps. I have so much access like at my fingertips to all these audiobooks. Every book I read now, I'm like, should I listen to the audiobook at the same time? But this one I'm trying to actually read. Like, now that I have access to so many audiobooks, I want to listen to audiobooks, but I also still want to prioritize just like reading like normal. But I am super excited about my audiobooks. I'll talk more about that in doing book stuff video. I'm super excited about it. As for this book, I don't know. I was really excited to read it. I really wanted to read it, and now I'm just kind of thinking about other books. I hate when that happens. That's why I feel like I'm the type of person who needs to binge a book. I need to finish it within 5 days, otherwise I just get bored. No matter what the storyline is, I need to like finish it before my brain moves on to the next thing. I think that's just how I am. I think I'm slowly learning that I need to have it done, otherwise I just don't care. So I might think about that going forward. We're almost done. I really want to finish it today because Onyx Storm came out yesterday and I really want to start reading that and that series. We're gonna power through this and then I'll kind of give my opinions at the end of the video. This video has been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. Sorry. But I started filming this video so long ago, and it'll be nice to kind of close the door on this chapter until the next one comes out. I'm really excited for the final one to come out, and a part of me is wondering if I'm going to hold this video in my files, read Fearless, and then film it and upload it with all of the books. But I feel like I kind of want to upload this video because it started like last August. Like, I want to film it and I want to edit it and upload it and then maybe do like a finishing book series video and include Fearless in that one. I'm kind of stuck, but I guess you'll know what happens if you're seeing this. So I just wanted to check in on where I'm at with Reckless. I don't think this is a 5-star for me. As I said earlier, like, I didn't know if I was gonna cater more towards Sarah's taste or Allie's taste. I think I'm kind of in the middle. I'm enjoying it, but also like, it's not a 5-star for me. It's kind of like a 4. So I think it's interesting how you can have similar book taste to a lot of other people, but have very different ratings at the end of the day. I'm excited to kind of see what happens and get further in and see what like the last 100 pages are, specifically because I've heard this book has a big cliffhanger. So I am really looking forward to that. We will see. this book. I have so many tabs in the last like 10 pages. Oh my god, that's even better. That's even better. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This book. The quotes in this book are crazy. Okay, I'm gonna say like a few quotes. If you don't want any quotes or any information, skip ahead a little bit. But he says, I haven't seen her this carefree since the day I followed her out into the rain, plucking a forget-me-not to tuck behind her ear. Seeing her enjoy life makes surviving mine suddenly worth it. And then he said, I bite my tongue at the sting that still shoots down my body, but the sound of her laugh is healing, capable of a man forgetting his own name, let alone his pain. And then last but not least, what I just read, he says, don't look at me like that. And then she's like what? And he said, like I'm worthy of being seen. You are worth being seen. Kai Azar, the man you are. Oh my god. I love him and I love them. I literally just read the next sentence and it says, my eyes drift closed at the feel of her palm against my skin, the privilege to be touched by her. Kai Azar is down bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chapter 43. All I have to say is chapter 43. Page 342. I really want to say this, but it's kind of a spoiler, so I can't say this. But it's so perfect. It's the top of page 342, and it's the cutest thing I've ever heard. I like to color code my tabs based on if it's the main male character or the main female character. And the amount of gray tabs I have used in the last like 40 pages is crazy because he just keeps firing off all this crazy stuff. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It is. I love him. I actually love him. Oh my god. My phone is gonna die and I'm gonna run out of storage, but I called it. The last sentence of the book, I called it. I knew this was gonna happen. I am so jazzed. Oh my god. When I turned the page, I literally, like, my body contorted. I was like that. I've never had a theory come true. Oh my god, I'm sweating. I'm not excited about it, but I am like sweating knowing that I called this. I didn't even read the page yet. I just saw the last sentence and I was like, I knew it. I'm sweating. I have so many words for this book. I finished this a few nights ago. I was so pumped up that I couldn't sleep for the next few hours. I was just reeling based on what I read. I saved these dark red tabs for any like crucial moments, and there's a ton of them in the back of this book. So if that's one thing to say how I liked this book, the ending was insane. I also want to say that I called it. I freaking called it. I don't know how to explain this without spoiling it, but in the middle of the book, the king and this guy kind of are talking, having a conversation. They have this like object, and I'm like, it'd be kind of crazy if that and that happened. If A plus B equals C happened, like that'd be really crazy. I kind of had that thought, but then in my head I was like, that wouldn't make much sense. Like it wouldn't make sense with the population and all the people and just reproduction and things like that. I was like, that would be insane. But then at the end it actually happened, and I was like, no freaking way. Because I've literally never guessed a ending like that before with such accuracy. I usually have like random theories that never end up being right because I try to make it more than it is. But this one, it was just like a passing thought, but I was like, no, there's no way, like that doesn't really make sense. So good. My jaw was on the floor. I was so upset that I was running out of battery. My phone was dying. I was running out of storage on my phone, and I was just trying to film the last few moments of reading this book, and it died right as the ending happened, and I was like, no. But I freaking called it, and I'm so like proud of myself, but so excited about the third book. This is such like a 4 or 5 star series. This is a 4.5 star. I don't know if I rated Powerless or Powerful with you guys, but this one was a 4 star. This is a
4.5 for me, and I'm so excited to see where the third one goes, because if this is everyone's filler book, I cannot imagine what is yet to come, because the ending is setting up for such a juicy last book, and I'm so sad that we're only getting one more book. But oh my god, I love this book. I didn't quite give it a 5-star because throughout the whole book I was like, it's like a 4-star read. Really good, really great love story, but nothing like spectacular. And then the ending happened and I'm like, no, we have to bump it up at least to a 4.5, because oh my god. So without that ending, it probably would be a 4, but since that ending happened, it's a 4.5. I literally can't wait until April. I can't wait. I have no idea how all of you have been waiting since last July. This came out July like 7th, 8th, something like that, and you guys have been waiting on this ending since then. Right now it's like mid-January and I still cannot wait till April. Like, that's way too far away. I would say this is a lot less fantasy and trials and high stakes. A lot more romance. The high stakes are still there, but it's a lot more like fun exploration and romance and what are we gonna do next, and less Hunger Games after each other's throat. It's more like fun and flirty and romantic. There's no trials like in the first one. It's more just her figuring out how she's gonna survive based on the ending of the first one, and I'm just super freaking excited. I love this series. I'm so glad I read this series. Sarah Crowley and Ali Reeds are the only reason why I've read this series and devoured it, so I want to thank them both. That will actually be the end of this video. I've decided I wanted to stop here, publish this video, and then we can all read the last one together. I think that would be more fun instead of just storing this footage until the Fearless release. So I'm really excited to see kind of your thoughts on everything, how you guys like these books. I am super stoked that I was able to read these books and that I love them so much. So please let me know what you thought about this series and how excited you are or not excited you are for the Fearless release. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.